All right, hey, it's Brian with Old Man New Tech, and today we are going to be doing a comparison video. And as you guys know, not too long ago, Soundcore released the Motion Boom Plus, and they promise a lot of sound at a budget price with waterproofing and also a convenient carrying strap. I did a full review on that speaker, so I'll throw a link for that down below, but you guys have been messaging me quite a bit saying, hey, compare Soundcore Motion Boom Plus to this speaker or to that speaker. So today we're going to be doing one of those comparisons only because I found some other speakers out there that are coming in around the same price point with different features. We're going to take a look at one of these offerings right now, Old Man New Tech style. All right, and as you guys can see here, I've got a speaker that's going head-to-head against Soundcore Motion Boom Plus. This is the W-King T11 Partybox speaker. Now with a coupon from Amazon, and I'll throw some links down below for these products, they do help support the channel. You're going to find the W-King T11 100W speaker coming in at the same price as the Motion Boom Plus, which is right around 180 bucks. Now W-King claims that their T11 is a 100-watt speaker, and Soundcore says their speaker's coming in between 70 to 80 watts of sound. This kind of tells you that they're in the same ballpark. So first, let's talk about some of the similarities. Now, as I mentioned before, they both come in around the same price, and they both have 2 drivers and 2 tweeters. W-King has a little bit bigger tweeters and drivers. Both can be used as power banks, and frankly, both have had multiple firmware updates since the releases of these speakers. And that's another commonality between the two. They've both been released over the past couple of months. Now, both are portable and they both support Bluetooth 5.3, so you're getting the latest in Bluetooth technology. And both have waterproofing. However, the Motion Boom Plus is IP67, which means it is completely waterproof and dustproof, while the W-King T11 is IPX6, which means that it can take some splashing, but you don't want to dunk it in the water. So those are some of the commonalities between the two, but like I said before, there are some major differences which will influence your buying decision.
No way!
Now first off, the Motion Boom Plus is a lighter speaker than the W-King T11, coming in at around 5 pounds. The W-King T11 comes in close to 13 pounds. And the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus has a convenient carrying strap you can hook up to it for easy carrying. While the W-King has a molded handle which allows you to pick it up from the back and carry it around and set it straight up and down or vertically. The T11 is not hard to carry, but it's not as convenient as the Motion Boom Plus. Now let's talk accessories and controls. Now this is where the W-King T11 really shines, and I mean literally. Now the Motion Boom Plus does light up some of their controls. They don't light up the volume and the play and pause buttons, which could be a problem if it's dark out. However, the T11 lights up all of their controls, and there are a lot of controls on the T11 because the T11 is a more feature-rich boombox. Had to take out my glasses. So the T11 has super easy controls to see at night, and that squeaking you hear is my puppy. And guys, one thing I almost forgot to mention is that the battery life difference between these two is quite substantial. I mean, the W-King gets between 8 to 10 hours at moderate volumes of usage out of the battery, and that's with the light show on, whereas the Soundcore gets around 20 hours of usage, so you got quite a big difference as far as your battery life for these two devices. And with all of the W-King T11 controls, you're going to notice that there are more accessories when you flip these speakers around. Now the T11 has a lot more going on with 2 USB ports, one that can charge and then another one that can read off of a thumb drive. They've also got a legit microphone jack, which can also be used for a guitar amplifier. And the T11 has its own volume control for your microphone as well as echo control. Because the T11 can also be a legitimate karaoke machine and can be the center of your next party. While the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus has your traditional charging, USB, and aux jack port on the back. That's it as far as your accessories go. So again, as far as accessories go and features, the T11 is a more feature-rich speaker and you're able to do a lot more with it. Plus, I didn't want to bury the lead that the T11 also has its own built-in light show. It's not critical, but if you do want some party ambiance, the T11 has you covered with a 6-mode light show, whereas the Motion Boom Plus has no lights. Another feature worth noting on the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus, that it is supported by the Soundcore app. Now this app allows you to customize the sound of the speaker as well as provide you with an easy way to update the firmware. Now W-King's had multiple firmware updates for the T11, and I gotta tell you, unless you're really used to doing these sorts of updates, it wasn't the easiest thing to do. But once updated, it made a real big difference in the sound of the speaker. So that's all the major feature differences that you'll find with the W-King T11 and the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus. So that boils us down to the real critical issue at hand. Which one sounds better? And I gotta tell you, both of these speakers are strong speakers when it comes to indoor sound. Well, I'm happy to announce that they both sound really good. I get full, deep, rich bass from both of the speakers. So let's give the T11 a listen to indoors, and then we'll check out the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus.
Brilliant! Brilliant!
Whoa. Oh man. Wow. All right, now let's listen to the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus. Pretty good too. Indoors, both of these speakers are really loud and have a lot of bass. I can tell you that the T11 is throwing a lot more of a full-bodied bass forward and out towards me than the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus. The Soundcore Motion Boom Plus, though, has an interesting thing going on with its bass. I mean, it is really giving out a punchy bass as well. However, it's just not as deep and rich as the W-King T11. I tell you what, that's indoors. So these speakers are made to be outdoors and in party environments. So I tell you what, I don't have a party going on right now, but we're gonna go outdoors and check out how these speakers sound.
Hey guys, it's me. And you know, nothing smells better than a new episode of Old Man New Tech. That's why you should go ahead and subscribe and hit that little bell, and you'll be notified when there's new episodes. Now go put on your brown pants.
Both performed admirably outside. The W-King T11 is outperforming the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus outdoors, so I'm enjoying more of a richer sound outside, and I could confidently set this on the edge of a party with over 100 people, and I'm going to have plenty of sound. And I don't know if you guys could hear this at home, but when I get the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus up to 100% volume level, I am getting a mild distortion in the upper end where it almost sounds a little irritating, and it's something that I'm not used to hearing out of a Soundcore product, but the firmware updates don't seem to have addressed this issue completely. Whereas the T11 has had 3 firmware updates since I've gotten the speaker, and the last firmware update added a lot more bass. There are 2 bass modes on the T11, and that's another difference I should mention, is that the T11 basically has 2 modes. You have the treble mode and the bass mode, and there is a major difference between the 2.
I tend to run it always on the bass mode.
Because I'm a bass head, you guys know that. Now the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus They've had multiple updates on their firmware as well, and it is sounding a lot better than when I first got the speaker. The first one I had to return because of the swelling issue. So this is my second Soundcore Motion Boom Plus, and it is sounding good, but again, I'm getting a slight distortion when I get up to 100% volume. So that rolls me right into my final recommendation, and I promised you guys that I was going to give you a full recommendation on what to buy, one or the other. Now granted, these are both good speakers. However, there are going to be different scenarios where you may want to pick one speaker over the other. One is that if you are going to be out on the water, so let's say you're on a boat or you're on a canoe trip and you want to be able to have music out on the water, you may want to go for the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus because it is built for the outdoors. It is IP67, which means that it is completely waterproof and dustproof, and it has a convenient carrying strap. Whereas the T11, I'd get a little bit nervous if I had this out on the open water, but when it comes to overall listening and having a party, there's no doubt in my mind that I have a clear champion here, and that is the W-King T11. I mean, this speaker outperforms the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus, not only from a sound standpoint, but from a feature standpoint. I have the option of karaoke with this machine, or I can use it for public announcements, and I've got a kick-ass little light show happening. So again, if it's a choice between one or the other, I go with the T11 all day just because it is a louder speaker and has punchier bass, and I like the overall sound. Plus, I get all those additional features that I just don't have with the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus, which is more of a utility speaker at this point. That's all I got for you guys today. I want to know what you guys think about comparing speakers. If you got some suggestions, throw them down below in the comments. And if you're looking for additional information on these speakers and the full reviews, I'm throwing links down below for you, so you got plenty of info there. But hey, my boat is out in the water and it's a beautiful day out, so I will see you guys later.
Hey, this is Brian with Old Man New Tech. We can't make this channel happen without you, so please hit subscribe and smash that bell down below. And if you're looking for product links, you'll find them there too. Thank you.